this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Dueling's video. And now, I will be completely honest, I'm surprised that I went over 12 hours without playing this game. It's been a while since I last did that. Yeah, I haven't really been playing Master Duel either, though I do have some videos that I haven't uploaded for it. I guess I haven't felt like playing this in a while, you know, like the card game. I guess Auto Duel sort of spoils that, but there's another reason for this. Like, dude, I cannot let this game rule my entire life. Because it can and it will. I don't give it permission for that. I don't. Although there are some things that do rule my life, and I do give it permission to do that, which if you want to know what one of those things is, it's my sweet tooth. That's why I'm stuck in One Piece right now, because I have a sweet tooth. Yes, I'm stuck in One Piece because of my sweet tooth. There is no other thing. Listen, guys, my sweet tooth is bad. Do I really need to see all of that shit on screen? Like, don't tint me, dude. Don't tint me, okay? Seriously. I'm surprised I won that. You know, what is that? What is that? Seriously. I went into that thinking I was going to lose. Exactly what's in there? Besides the obvious. I want to see this guy's deck. I have to see it. I wasn't paying much attention, but, you know, there is a reason I thought I was probably going to lose. Okay, yes. Alright. Okay, just a standard sort of, okay, seems legit, seems standard. How do you get these cards? Okay, whatever, I don't care. There's only one reason I even bothered, and you guys know why. You guys know what it is. If you guys don't, then I'm surprised. Okay, Yugo has appeared. The scene album didn't save what the dialogue was, so, unfortunately for me, I'm going to have to fill it in again. You guys already know what's in there. I have a video out for that. It will come out before this video. But sure. Maybe this time my responses will be more entertaining. I don't think my past few videos were that entertaining, but I've been in a mood. I think I'm sort of out of it, but because right now I think I can be slightly entertaining. I just don't know how much. They're just staring at each other and they're like, dude, you look related to me. Okay, that's... Yeah, seriously, why did the album not count this? This is stupid. Seriously. You know, maybe there's a reason it didn't count. Maybe I have to duel him for it to count. Alright, fine. Yuya is already maxed out. Well, he's at his cap level. And so is Yuzu. And I'm getting Gong there, but talking to him and dueling him as Gong makes sense. Dueling him with Silvio makes some sense, but I don't really think he'd win. I mean, I've done very little with Silvio. And Reiji, well, he might win, but I've seen him lose. Just saying. I don't have Reiji's deck, and I probably never will. Why am I saying this? Well, I guess it kind of depends on how much life this game has left in it. But considering the various options for keeping this game running, I really do not see it going down anytime soon. Especially when I look at Fire Emblem Heroes, you know? Like, Fire Emblem Heroes is a very successful gacha game, and there are more than 7 games in that franchise. I mean, I haven't counted them, but I know it's more than 7. I am very glad that I appear to be winning, even though I'm not really doing anything, because I think I'd suck with Yugo's deck. I mean, let's just be honest, I'm not exactly the kind of person to play a deck like his. Like, sure, I want to be entertaining, but my entertainment personality is nothing like Yugo's. Yugo's is probably better and probably easier to appreciate compared to mine. But, I mean, let's just be honest. He's also a minor, and when you are an adult, your kind of entertainment changes. And when you're a minor, your entertainment style isn't going to be the same as someone that has lived for decades. Yeah, like if a 20-year-old would still have a different way of entertaining people as opposed to someone still in high school or something. I think Yuya is in middle school. I can't remember. What is his age? Is it 14 or 15? It's one of those. I'm surprised that this duel is still going. This might have some interesting implications for how well I can do against him, because there is one card in his deck that I know I want, and I'm just like, dude, I don't remember what it does. I haven't read the text. Why do I want it? Why? But, I mean, if I want it, there's probably a reason for that, and I probably should read the text so I can remember why I want it. But, you know, I could just try. You know, how am I even going to get that card? Okay, yeah, won. Which is a bit weird, but sure. He won against a... Yeah, it's weird, but this series can be pretty weird. I mean, all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series are pretty weird, and that's basically why I watch them. Like, seriously, do you think I watch the series because it's normal? No. No, I don't. Okay, Yuta looks kind of... He looks kind of pissed. He looks pissed. Okay, well, I'm going to bring out someone else. I'm going to bring out, Gong, you duel Yuya right now because I said so. Yes, I said so. There is no other reason. Okay, wait, I can use this? Okay, yes, the answer is yes. I do not think actually, I should probably... Hold on a second. I should turn auto duel off so I can see that card. I need to read something real quick. I may as well read it out loud, you know, just to make this quicker. Okay, it's Yuya's turn. I don't know how to use Yuto's deck. During Arc 5, I just started tuning out of duels. No, I would still watch the series. I just wouldn't pay attention to the actual dueling. And a lot of people are probably like, dude, you're watching a card game anime. Why are you not paying attention to the duels? And my response to that, well, I was having some issues, okay? Seriously, I had cognitive impairment during Arc 5. And my argument for range, well, I still dealt with some of that, I think. I don't know if I was during Brains or not, but I was still recovering, I know, when I was watching that. I mean, I'm not the best duelist, okay? I had spent years not dueling by the time Mark 5 came out. Same with Brains, and I thought I would never duel again, but I have. Okay, now I'm just talking and rambling. Okay, so what does this card do? You can detach 2 Xyz materials from this card. Then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes half its current attack. And if it does, this card gains that lost attack. Oh. That's why I want it. I need that card. I need it now. I'm probably not going to get it anytime soon, but by not anytime soon, that doesn't mean much, does it? Okay, I do not know how to use this deck. I'll have to learn. Probably by getting my ass kicked with it. Either by the AI or, you know, a player. You know, a player that can actually use Yuto's deck properly. Yeah, the AI isn't really going to do Yuto's deck any justice. Though to be honest, I'm not sure a player can either. Well, okay, there's probably support that didn't show up in the anime, but see, the reason I'm saying that about Yuto's deck is, well, unfortunate. My condolences. I offer my condolences to all Yuto fans, including myself. Yeah, if you don't know what I mean by that, well, Yuto is... He has the least amount of screen time compared to the other ones. And now Fusion has a good amount of screen time. Yes, I did just call him Fusion. Because I hate his name. I hate the subtle difference between what his name is and the Japanese word for fusion. So Fusion. I don't care what your name is. I'm calling you Fusion, Yugo. Ugh, seriously. Okay, yeah, there's a joke in the Japanese version that his name is not actually Fusion, but people keep calling him that. Well, okay, there's a very easy way to differentiate this. How do you differentiate it? Well, just choose a nickname that doesn't confuse people, since apparently it confuses even people in Japan. Honestly, that's probably the joke. That's probably not meant to be because it confuses actual Japanese people. The joke is probably easy to understand because Japanese people can pick up on subtle differences in pronunciation, and I can't. I cannot. I can't even detect subtle differences in how something should be pronounced. And that's the problem with Fusion. Seriously, I just have so many issues with that. I can't win if I do it like this. Well, Yuya, I too cannot win if I keep doing like this. I too cannot win if I keep... Yeah. You're back? Seriously, dude. Take a break. Have you done your homework today? Yes. Have you done your... Wow. You know, to be completely fair, I'm surprised I ever did my homework. How the hell did I manage to graduate high school with the kind of grades that I had? How did I manage to get even sort of near... Okay, I went to college, but I never graduated. And there is a reason for this, but now I have another reason, and I'm never going back. I think that it was a very toxic system. The grading system was very bad for my mental health, but it also saved my mental health. And I'm sure that confuses a lot of people, but listen, it's because of how bad the system is, and my perfectionist tendencies, it became a weird combination of me being a perfectionist and me ending up getting better because I was a perfectionist. My grades went down because of cognitive impairment. I saw a professional about this because, oh no, my grades went down. That must mean I've got a problem. Yeah, I did have a problem. I was a procrastinator, but sure. Yeah, that's definitely, well, you know, there actually was more going on with me. Like taking 8 hours to respond to one thing in an online course. And that probably took most students with like around 15-20 minutes. Yeah, that's how bad things got. And my grades eventually went down. And when that happened, I went to a professional about this. I told my psychiatrist, I don't think I'm functioning right. I was dangerously close to thinking that nothing was wrong with me. Like, I couldn't explain to my therapist why I felt like there was something wrong with my brain. And she was like, how do you know that? And I'm just like, I can't explain. And she knew what my issues were at the time, so She thought maybe it was because of low self-confidence, low self-esteem, things like that. Well, that was not the reason. I just couldn't explain to her what the problem was because I didn't know what it was. I just knew that I could not possibly be functioning normally. And she almost had me convinced that nothing was wrong. And now, this was not a therapist that was trying to tell me I don't have anything wrong with me. This is a therapist that was just familiar with my issues. And yeah, a lot of therapists would probably think the same. But I did have something wrong with me. And the timing was pretty interesting. Like, the medication I was put on when I went to see the psychiatrist, I was put on a medication that was developed and approved in 2015. Actually, it's probably just approved in 2015, and I was put on it in 2016. I wasn't on that medication very long, to be honest. I stopped taking it in 2017 because I couldn't handle taking it anymore. I mean, to begin with, it seems that I was feeling better, and when I stopped taking it without my... Okay, listen, I know I shouldn't stop taking medication without telling my psychiatrist, but there is a reason that I did that. Because we had some communication issues. I think maybe his hearing was starting to decline. He may have been roughly around that age. And that's just what I'm saying because I think it went both ways. That our communication wasn't quite perfect. So I couldn't actually communicate properly with him. So I told the nurse practitioner once I switched over to her, what was going on, why I stopped taking it, and I'm not taking it anymore. So please do not give me more. And I actually still have some of it in my room. And I'm just like, I wish I gave this to her before this pandemic shit started. I cannot believe this. And yeah, I stopped taking it because it was giving me an unhealthy appetite. Like, I wanted to eat and eat and eat. And you know what would have happened to me if I did that? Well, I was already diagnosed with pre-diabetes. That would have been terrible for me. So I stopped taking it because of how bad my appetite was. And when I tried to explain to my psychiatrist why I stopped taking this medication, he couldn't quite get it. He was just like, eat healthier, eat better food. And I'm just like, seriously, dude? Seriously? No, that's not going to work. That's not how my eating disorder works. Like, I may not be starving, but I still have an eating disorder. Like, even though I'm not starving, I still have one. Like, no one eats like me and doesn't have one. Seriously, it's ridiculous. Like, I can't just eat better because some professional tells me to. And I could probably eat a little better now than I could back then, but I mean, let's just be honest. I'm never going to be the perfect model for standard health. Ever. But that's just never going to be who I am. And if I'm wrong, then what kind of universe am I going to be in? I don't know. Anyway, I stopped taking it because it increased my appetite too much. I also stopped taking medication without permission with something else, which was a medication called Provigil. Yeah, I stopped taking it without permission because I was forming a tolerance to it, and that was dangerous. I thought that it was very dangerous for me to bring it up, so I decided it was much wiser to stop taking it because of the tolerance issues. And, well, I also learned that I kind of had a minor overdose with caffeine because I didn't know that taking Provigil with caffeine was a bad combination. I didn't know that. And when I did learn that, it was because I thought, this is not normal. What's going on up here is not normal at all. So when I found out, in fact, that, well, I was experiencing an overdose, I just quit cold turkey every caffeinated thing that I was taking, and I quit that medication. And I had a horrible headache. But that's all I got. I just got a headache and it lasted for like a day. A day and a night, then it was gone. I could have gotten much worse, but I endured the headache. I put up with it. Yeah, it was not good at all, but I responded to the information that I was overdosed at all by just quitting caffeine cold turkey. And because I didn't really think I was that overdosing on it. I just didn't think that I was, because I had no reason to think I was. I'm not the kind of person that's just going to get hooked on shit that's a controlled substance. Like, dude, that's just hard enough to get already. I'm not going to abuse it. But I'm sure you guys are wondering why that problem was even a thing. Well, I was taking an energy boosting supplement because my anhedonia was so bad in 2017 that I eventually couldn't do anything. As in, it was so bad, I couldn't type. Like, I couldn't even type 5 letters without it feeling like a complete chore. So I decided to take an energy boosting supplement, and I also quit that cold turkey as well. Yeah, I quit it cold turkey and I haven't taken it since. But after 2017, I never really expected that things would turn out the way it did. Yeah, it was wild. Like Medicaid refused to cover these 2 medications, Provigil and Rexulti. Those are the 2 that I was taking. They're both controlled substances, and I didn't want to be on them anymore. But that sped up my development of anhedonia a lot. Let me tell you that. However, the system itself is not entirely to blame because I was headed there anyway. It was just sped up by Medicaid refusing to cover these medications, and I'm just like, I need them, and that escalated until I finally developed anhedonia. And then I didn't get the message. So my anhedonia got worse. And then, okay, I get the message now. So I stopped doing what made it worse. I stopped doing that. And I was able to recover some functionality before 2017 ended. In fact, I regained enough functionality to do National Novel Writing Month of that year. I did it because I was bored. Yeah, I was bored. You know, for a short time, I lost my ability to experience boredom. But I got it back before the year ended. I still have anhedonia, and I think the main reason people know this, like, listen, it may be partial, and it may be one of the least severe cases out there, but if you put me in a waiting room, and I'm sitting there for like an hour, I think the professional that sees me will be able to pick up on what I'm experiencing quite fast. Like, I don't think I would be able to just have a normal appointment. Like, especially if I'm just waiting in there for an hour. Though, why would I be in a waiting room for an hour? Oh, right. I was recently. Like, I reminded my therapist recently, okay, so write down my appointment in the appointment book first, and then write down my appointment on a card, and she did that. And I'm going to keep asking her to do this in a respectful fashion. In a respectful tone, of course, just, to make sure she doesn't repeat her mistake. And so I do not allow her to repeat it. I won't do that. I forget things too, and I know that therapists are probably quite busy. It's a busy profession, I would say, especially during the pandemic here. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm going to come back soon, and I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just auto-doing everywhere. But yeah, I'm going to come back and see if I can get this second scene of the story unlocked. Yeah, so we'll see how I do. I'll see you guys in my next video.